Someone else, and rather a group of people, also remembering Sergeant Hooser this morning on this day. It's his colleagues. Again, he spent 8 years working at the police department here, so you can imagine the friendships and the community that he built around him. ABC4's Kate Gardner has a closer look at how they're remembering him.
Dedicated. That's the word everyone I spoke with used to describe Sergeant Bill Hooser, a man who took work seriously, but put just as much emphasis on building relationships.
It was one of those moments where I didn't know if it was real.
Sergeant Austin Lurwell refers to a phone call he got a year ago.
And I questioned it all the way up until the point of getting here and seeing the reality, praying that maybe it wasn't true.
But it was true.
And it's taken months for that to go away. Every time I got a call, I would wake up in a panic, answering that phone call, hoping that the words on the other end aren't that something similar to what's happened with Bill.
On May 5th, 2024, the man who trained Lurwell and was promoted to sergeant with him, Bill Hooser, died in the line of duty.
They call it a brotherhood of law enforcement. It's basically like having a best friend, right? Other than we literally will die for each other, and so that bond is just a little bit different.
That bond made it hard for Lurwell to return to the office the two shared.
Bill's items were still in there. He had his glasses sitting on the desk still, and I think it took me almost 6 months to move those glasses. And so for me, it's an everyday reminder every time I walk in that office that he's not here anymore.
But if he were here,
probably tell him thank you for everything that he taught me. I definitely am the officer I am today, single-handedly because of Bill. And so I would tell him thanks for everything he did for me. Things I didn't realize that he did for me till he wasn't here.
Like Sergeant Lurwell.
It's a whirlwind, honestly. I look back and it's all a blur, but at the same time, it feels like it just happened yesterday. And I can remember all the details of that day.
Jenna Worthen will spend the day.
He was just a very dedicated person in all aspects of his life.
Thinking of Sergeant Hooser's legacy.
When he had his mind set to do something, he wanted to do it right and perfect. And I think we can all strive for that, for excellence.
And with that drive for excellence,
one thing I can say that Sergeant Bill Hooser will never be forgotten.
Detective Cody Tipler has a special connection to Sergeant Hooser.
Sergeant Hooser meant a lot to me and my family. He did a lot for me, getting me out here. Started a whole new career with Santaquin Police Department. Basically showed me a whole new area that I can introduce my family to, just to start a new life.
And believes his impact will be long felt by all.
Sergeant Hooser left a legacy here at the Santaquin Police Department, and I think the day that he had fallen in line of duty, I think people have seen that because we had people lined up on the streets, on the freeways, as we were taking his body to medical examiner's office. So I think we have a huge, strong community support already, and I don't think that's going to change.
The department is working through grief together.
We, I think, are a lot more tight, a lot more together. We spend a lot of time together. We spend a lot of time outside work together. And they're all functions that a lot of times have to do with Bill still bringing us back together.
After a year.
Every day I wish I could ask for his advice, to help me through the career, to help me as a person in general.
For future officers who never got to ask Sergeant Hooser for his advice, they'll still have access to it during their field training.
They will have an entire section dedicated to Bill. They'll learn about him, what he did, what he stood for, and that way, even though they didn't get to work with him, his legacy will live on.
The officers tell me that May 5th will always be a day to come together and focus on the incredible impact Sergeant Hooser made on the department during his time there, nearly 8 years. Reporting from the newsroom, Kate Garner, ABC4 News.